This next video brings in a feature that my guess is a lot of students haven't seen unless you've done a lot of stuff in science. I thought perhaps you may or may not see it or remember it in pre-calculus. It's this symbol right here, and in calc we're going to talk about it a lot. And you don't, I mean, at this point in this assignment, you don't have to know what this is. This is called delta x. It's just another variable. It's got a Greek symbol delta in front of it, and we use it to represent, and we're again, like I said, we're going to talk more about it, the change in x. And we're going to be talking about that more and more. And so what you can do is, if it makes you uncomfortable, replace it with a different letter. And I'm going to use H because that's the common letter that you'll see in textbooks quite often rather than delta x. So when it asks you to do this particular problem, solve f of x plus delta x minus f of x divided by delta x, and it looks really scary, first thing you can do is substitute and get rid of that delta x and write x plus h minus f of x over h. And so that may make you feel more comfortable. I'm going to define f of x as being the function f of x equals x squared. And so now what that means is I'm going to take that x plus h and put it inside the function, and so I'm going to square it. So I replaced x with x plus h because that's what it tells me to do. It says take that x plus h, stick it inside the function. What's the function? Whatever gets put in here, I'm squaring. So I'm squaring x plus h minus f of x. Well, I defined f of x to be x squared divided by h. Okay, so if you didn't substitute, you could have delta x, and I will probably do it with delta x here in a second to show you what it looks like. Again, you can do whatever is comfortable for you. Now remember that x plus h squared is really x plus h times x plus h. And if I expand that using FOIL, I get x squared plus hx plus hx plus h squared. So I get x squared plus 2hx, because these are the same, plus h squared. So I'm going to have up here x squared plus 2hx plus h squared, now minus the x squared divided by h. And that's going to give me 2hx plus h squared divided by h. Okay, I'm going to divide each of those terms by h. And that's going to give me 2x, right, because I have 2hx over h plus h squared over h. I can break them up as two fractions with a common denominator, or then I can simplify these h's, and I'm going to get 2x plus h, and this is my final answer. Now I am going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to do the same problem. I'm going to keep the delta x in here just to show you what it looks like. And I'm going to have delta x on the bottom, and this time and I'm going to let f of x equals x squared again. So I'm going to have x plus delta x squared minus x squared over delta x. I'm going to do this in my head. I got x squared plus my inner and the outer are going to be the same, so it's going to be 2 delta x x. Now those x's don't get multiplied together because this is a different symbol. Remember it was h before, plus delta x squared almost forgot my minus x squared, all over delta x. Well, the x squareds cancel out, and I'm left with 2 delta x times x plus delta x squared all over delta x. And this delta x simplifies, and this delta x simplifies with one of them here. And I'm left with 2x plus delta x. All right? That should help you on that particular problem.